The Talkative Tortoise. A long time ago, there was a tortoise that lived near a pond in a forest. One day, he met a pair of geese who were having a drink from the pond.
Hello,
Said the tortoise.
it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Where do you live? Not far from here.
Replied Sony, one of the geese.
We haven't seen you here before. Oh, that's because I mostly stay at home.
Replied the tortoise. The tortoise and the geese soon became good friends and spent a lot of time together. They would meet by the pond and go for long walks around the forest. Time passed happily for them, but soon after a famine struck the forest. The trees died and the ponds and rivers dried up. The animals and birds of the forest were dying. They began leaving the forests in search of food and water. Even the geese decided it was time to find a better place to live. But before leaving, they visited the tortoise, saying,
Goodbye, dear friend. We are leaving the forest. Life has become very difficult here. We wish you good luck. What? You are leaving me in this time of trouble?
cried the tortoise.
What kind of friends are you? I am so scared. Please take me with you.
He pleaded.
We wish we could, dear tortoise. But how can we take you?
Asked Sony.
I know, I cannot fly.
The tortoise said in tears.
But I have a plan. You do?
The geese asked.
We Good.
Said the tortoise with a sigh of relief.
Now, if you get me a strong stick and hold its end in your beaks, I can hold on to it with my mouth. Then you can fly, carrying me with you.
The two geese were happy with this plan and set out in search of a strong stick.
Here is a strong stick. Let's go now.
Said Sony.
But my dear tortoise, you must remember not to speak during this journey. If you open your mouth even a little bit, you will fall. Yes, of course. I'm not a fool.
Replied the tortoise.
Well, okay, then let us go.
Sony said.
We have found a beautiful pond. I am sure you'll love it. We can live together like we did here. It will be great.
Saying this, they began their journey to their new home. The tortoise was wonderstruck by all that he saw on the way and often felt like expressing his joy. But he remembered Soni's advice and kept quiet. Soon they were flying over a large playground. A crowd of children gathered below, clapping their hands and pointing at the three friends, saying,
Look, look, a foolish tortoise is being carried away by the geese.
The tortoise could not stand being called foolish and became angry. He opened his mouth to shout at the children and fell down.
What a foolish tortoise!
Laughed one of the children.
Did he really think he could fly by himself?
The geese cried for having lost a dear friend. They were miserable and their hearts were filled with grief.
Oh, our poor friend,
Cried Soni.
Why couldn't he understand that real happiness comes from keeping quiet?